Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your February reading. We're just going to get started because I know it's been a while. It's been a minute since we've talked and had a discussion. January was tough, but we're moving forward from it. And you probably learned a lot of stuff about yourself, about how you're relating to other people. Wow, February is looking good, Gemini. You guys are on fire. And here's the funny, interesting, amazing thing about that is if you don't feel like you're on fire right now, this weekend probably is really helping boost that. I'm doing this reading on February 2nd, and we're in the midst of we're in the midst of Venus dancing around with Saturn and Pluto, and it just feels so good. It feels so good. And after not feeling so good for like almost 2 months, it's almost like we just woke up from a brand new day. So I really love this for you guys. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Hierophant. I feel like some of you guys have either met somebody or you will be meeting somebody that you know on a cellular level, right? You know, not cellular, cellular level. It's like everything you've ever wanted is here and could possibly even mean marriage material. The biggest thing about having this kind of energy, I mean, having the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles right next to each other, if you guys are worried about money or passion in your life, you don't really have to. And if you're worrying about money and passion in your life, then you're not looking in the right direction. If you're still sort of living in the pessimism of what was January and what was just like, we're not bringing that pessimistic ability, we're not bringing that into 2020. If you're stressing yourself out and trying to force things to work that aren't working, you're not going to see all the beauty. And I want you to see all the beauty because what you've manifested, and it could be a Taurus that you manifested, that's just like, there, boom, here he is, here she is. Never in your wildest dreams could you imagine that all of your dreams would come true all at once, and that's scary, you know? Yeah. The Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles on the Ace of Wands. You have to walk away from the emotional attachments that you had in your past. Because here's the thing, that Ten of Pentacles, this is real. What's happening to you right now, Gemini, is real, and it's long term, and it's exciting, and it's passion. But you're holding yourself back still. And I know that you're holding yourself back because of the fear, right? That Eight of Cups is like, but Betsy, it's making me feel so amazing. And when things make me feel so amazing, there's got to be a catch, right? No. There doesn't have to be a catch. You get to feel joy. That's your birthright. So whatever it is that that Eight of Cups is representing that you have to release in order for you to feel this joy, it's time. Because the universe isn't playing around anymore. It's ready to bring you all sorts of blessings. But you got to be ready to receive it too, you know? Because if you're not ready to see the blessings in front of you, then how can you receive it if you're not ready to see it, right? Money is good. Passion is good. Creativity is good. Excitement is good. Six of Wands on the Ace of Pentacles. And the fear of having all of that, because when you have everything to lose. That's where the fear is. But what if I lose it all? But what if you don't? The only reason why you would lose it is if it wasn't for your best and highest good. And even then, you're not even losing anything because it wasn't for you to begin with. So how is it a loss? If you haven't met this person yet, I feel like the Leo full moon will be bringing them to you. Because you've been so focused on work and business and everything that is bringing you growth and evolution, right? Your spiritual journey. And you might have missed this. Excuse me. You might have missed seeing it coming. The Six of Wands represents marriage as well. And I'm being prompted to go back because we do have the Hierophant down here. And for some of you, I feel like there's some sort of attachment here where for some of you, you had an idea of what marriage was, and you're now looking at it differently because you're seeing it more as a commitment and a partnership than, because I'm literally with the Hierophant down here, I'm feeling like some of you are like, it's amazing, Betsy. I never thought that I would get married before, but this person is making me think differently. Or I never thought I'd get married again. Like I've been married and divorced twice, and I don't say never. I'm never getting married again. I'm never doing this again. I don't say that word because you don't know. Like if you met somebody tomorrow or yesterday or whatever, and you were like, oh my God, but I vowed I would never get married again, and this person makes me want to. Excuse me. It's okay to change your mind, by the way. You're allowed to, it's your mind. I don't care what other people think. And that's the reason why we don't change our mind. We like get set on something. This is something that I'm learning right now. We get set on something and we declare it, right? And then we decide to change our mind and everybody's like, wait a second. Now you're just contradicting yourself. And I'm like, yes, but it's my ideas. So I get to contradict my own ideas. It's not like I'm trying to like, solve a world problem here. It's my own idea about marriage, right? And so I feel like some of you, this whole situation that's coming in is like completely changing your mind about commitment and relationships and what it would be like. And with the moon on the Six of Cups, again, you don't have to know the whole outcome. You don't have to know everything that's going to happen. And also with this moon, it's about being honest with yourself. Sometimes it's harder to be honest with ourselves than anybody else. You really wanted this to happen. And now that it's here, the feelings that I have that are so boiling up inside of me right now, I would be scared to death to feel like this about another person. So I understand, but the Nine of Cups is saying this is what you waited for. This is what you worked for. You healed yourself and you grew to know who you were so that you could find this person. So this person could attract you. So you could attract this person. Because you're equals. It's what you manifested. And that little bit of fear is natural. It's normal. But don't let it stop you from getting everything you've ever wanted. The star on the Nine of Cups. If I would have done this reading for you guys like a week ago, you never would have believed me. You would have been like, Betsy, you are full of shit. February. We're not even going to talk about Mercury retrograde. That's all dealing in business stuff. If you're a Gemini that's watching this for a business reading or whatever is going to happen for business stuff, just make sure that you watch your words in business, that Mercury retrograde is going to be happening in your 10th house, which is your career and your public life. Just be careful. Be careful about speaking because we all want to speak our truth a little bit more with Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde doesn't mean that everything, oh wow, you guys got 3 aces in this reading. Mercury retrograde doesn't mean that the planet's going backwards. It means that the planet is actually closer to Earth, and so that's why we feel it's stronger and we get all jumbled up in our words and technology goes crazy, because the energy is stronger, right? And because you're ruled by it, it can be stronger. It can actually be a time where you are extremely psychic. And so I really love that the Ace of Swords came up with the Hierophant. And I really like the reason why the Ace of Swords came up with the Hierophant, because you are changing the way that you think about things. The ideas that are coming to you are on a whole new level. And it's because of this passion, and it's because of this secure, you haven't felt safe like this in a while. And a lot of this that's coming to you, or that's like starting to roll out, or, you know, answering your questions, or answering your questions of safety and security, and feeling really good about the road that you're on and the path that you're on, and knowing that everything is coming together the way that it's supposed to. Seeing that and feeling that kind of safety is also very frightening. That's actually something that I learned. I mean, that is a really big thing that I'm learning right now about the safety of being vulnerable, letting your energy be softer. And so I feel like you're allowing yourself to do that. You know, you're allowing yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable and be a little bit more open and be a little bit softer. Because you know, now you can see how when you're in the natural state of love, which is what our natural state is, it's love, and not anger, and not stress, and not like all of the other things, all of the other negative, toxic, energetic traits that we have that we can still fall into. But when you're not in your natural state of calmness and love, it's very hard to see clearly. And yes, we can get there in meditation, but are you doing it on a regular day-to-day basis? Are you allowing yourself to be in that state of love? Are you allowing yourself to leave behind all of that baggage that you held on for so long, and accepting that the 10 of Pentacles that you're creating in your own world right now is real, and it's stable. It's not built, the tower's not going to come down. It's not built on a foundation of instability. And you did it. You created that. I'm literally getting goosebumps as I say this to you. So see that refreshment. You know what I mean? Like, feel and see that refreshment, and enjoy what you're manifesting. Because the chaos of because if you pull yourself back into the chaos, right? So we have the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. When the chaos gets too much, when the energy is too fast, when things start to get really, really overwhelming with the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, retreat. Be like the sign that shares your planet, Mercury, right? Be like the Virgo. I know you guys don't like to be compared to Virgos. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, take a cue from your sister over there that shares the same planet. Retreat. Instead of going blah, 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 with all of your words, pull back and think about it first, right? And I feel like I want to tell you, with the Page of Wands and the 3 of Cups, to listen to your friends. I feel like your friends have a lot of guidance for you right now. Your close friend, not the ones that you're kind of iffy about, that you're not really sure about. But I feel like your friends could probably give you a lot of guidance right now if you allow them. And bring that focus in. You guys, February is going to be amazing for you. You know, really harness this this passionate feeling of love. We do have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, they're very, I feel like it's like, you know, step by step. Just allow yourself to take things slowly, because you're gonna feel like you just want to jump. You're gonna feel like you want to marry this person. You really are. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy for you guys. If you want to be a part of my workshop that I'm working on about no longer judging yourself, learning how to no longer judge yourself, because literally it's an epidemic, you guys. We judge ourselves more than we judge anybody else. And so if you find that you judge a lot of other people in your life, you literally judge yourself twice as much as you're judging other people. Okay, so the next workshop, we're going to be working on that. Get a reading with me. I'm also doing astrology readings now, so that's really fun. Check all of that out. It's on my website. I love you guys so much. Thanks for your patience with this reading. I love it. I'm excited. So bye, guys.